now it is my turn. Just want you.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. If you're just joining us, we're going to be switching our conversation now. We're talking family. I think that's a good way to sort of encapsulate our next conversation. I have here with me Emily Wale-Koya. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
I want to talk about, sort of how homekeepers, I prefer that word to housewives.
Okay.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with a housewife, the word. I mean, it's a generally accepted term. I like the word homekeepers because that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
A housewife just seems like you're a wife at home, but a homekeeper is actually a job, and most people don't seem to understand that, How important is it, first of all, for people to start appreciating how hard it is to be that?
Okay, so personally, I'm a homekeeper. Like you said, I would have said housewife. Yeah, I'm a homekeeper, and I have 3 children. My last is barely 2, and I have 2 older kids. Initially, when I got married, it was hard to just fit into that, right? Because I was coming from a place where I had been free all by myself, but having children. And sometimes my husband actually feels like because there's a maid or there's a nanny, you don't do so much work. But I always try to explain to people, like, the mental work is more than the physical work. Yeah. So the maid who is doing the bathing the kids, it's the mental work. You're the one thinking, the wife, it's time to bathe the kids. Oh, please iron their clothes. Oh, so the mental work, I believe that's a lot more work than that physical exertion.
Yeah.
So it is really hard. And then we have women who have jobs that they have to go to from 8 or 7 till 5. We have those who are in business as well, who have time to themselves, no doubt. But even at that, juggling motherhood, juggling being a housekeeper, and any other thing that you're doing, whether you're singing the choir, like I used to sing the choir, whatever it is, whatever else you add to that, is just a lot of work.
Was this something you always thought you wanted to do? Because I know people who say, whether I have the best job in the world, once I start having children, I'm going to stop everything because I need my children to be sort of wholesome and I want to be there, at least in their formative years. Was it intentional or did it just happen?
For me, it just happened.
Okay. And how did that change for you? Like, how did you take it? Was it hard for you to sort of adjust to that?
I wouldn't say it was hard. I have a lot of support at home. My husband is a big support for me, so I can jump and do a lot of things without even thinking about my children. Like, I'm in Lagos, I live in Port Harcourt, right? So he's fine, right? He just has to do it somehow. So for me, it wasn't such a transition, right? I took it one step at a time, step at a time, ensuring that I had as much support as I needed.
Yeah. And you talked about the mental task of it now, and which is what goes back to my first question now. Okay. Is it really tough? Because a lot of men especially don't appreciate, like you said, how hard it is to keep a home. They just believe it's just children, come on. I mean, after all, they go to school, they come back, all you do is just give them food and you're fine. Is it something that, how do you get men, let me put it that way, to start appreciating more how hard a task it is?
Let me see, how do I get my husband to appreciate
I'm sure he does.
He does. Yes, he does. Yeah. He does. And but I think it still goes back to the man, the kind of man. I don't think you can make a man do something he doesn't want to do. I don't really think so. But as women, I also think that if we're able to balance everything, if we're able to do as much as we can to balance everything, be there for the children, be there for the husbands, and then do the other part, that thing we have to do, and then bring some money home. Yeah. Or I don't think you can even change a man. I just don't think it's possible. I think he's who he is.
It brings me to the next question now, where people say sometimes, why then can't you even do something on the side? Okay. Why is it a complete decision to just be a homekeeper? Why?
Okay, so first thing I would say, it's societal
conditioning.
Right? So it's something that's always been there. You're a housewife, you have children, be home, take care of the children. Before coming here, my cousin, I'm staying in her house, and she goes, sometimes her children are screaming themselves away and she's sleeping. And I go, yeah, I try to do that too, but I feel guilty, right? My husband goes, can't you see they're shouting? And I'm like, they'll be fine, because I'm trying to sleep.
Nobody's ever died from shouting. Well, I won't believe.
Yeah, they can hurt themselves jumping or something like that. Yeah, but I think that it's societal conditioning, like you said. There's just this thing that, you know, be home. Be a cook at home.
Yeah.
You're domestic help. You know, just do all those things at home. Leave this other part. But things are changing. There's a shift currently in the world. That's why we hear feminism. We hear all those things. There's a shift.
Yeah.
There's a shift.
And so,
yeah, a lot of women are coming to terms with that. But I think the first thing is that societal conditioning is status quo. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You're a woman. You have children. But there's a man. He has children too. We both have these children. So it's not like it's a woman's thing. Maybe it's more of a woman's thing, but I think it's both ways. So that societal conditioning that this is just how it should be, this is just how it should be. I mean, a woman will leave her job and rather be home because of that societal conditioning. But a man is not going to do that.
What's your thoughts on a male homekeeper or a stay-at-home dad or a house husband?
My thoughts and my view. Which
your
one?
View.
Or my opinion.
Let's go with your opinion.
My opinion, I don't support it.
Why not?
Okay, he can be home, but he'll be working.
Why?
Because he has to work now.
Why can't you do the work?
I'm also working. Anyway, we're both working. Work is part of what makes us human beings. From the onset in the Bible, it was the mandate for Christians. Work. God told Adam, you know, do this thing. So it's part of it. You have to work to put food on the table, whether it's the man or it's the woman. If both of us are working, great. For both of us.
But sometimes the man works and the wife doesn't. The wife is staying at home.
Because the man is the breadwinner. He has to work. For the woman,
she can't be the breadwinner.
For the woman, she can, but
he has to bring something.
There would be
you feel
friction.
like he has to bring something.
There'll be friction. It's just like you're asking me about the woman being the housekeeper. It's on a scale of 1 to 10, 9. The women are the housekeepers. The man is just one just somewhere there, right? So we can't flip it. We can't flip it that way. The man is the breadwinner. He wouldn't even be comfortable if he wasn't.
So men are, trust me. You haven't asked every man. You'll be shocked.
I'm sure.
Some men who just want to chill.
Just want to chill.
But